Alrighty. Let's see here. So last night we were looking at this for just a little bit, and I thought I would hop back into it today. Although this is a little small for me. There we go, that'll work. Alright. Let's hop back into where we were yesterday. Alright, so yesterday we had just gotta remember how to there we go. It took me a minute to remember how to open up the quest menu here. Alright, so we had just gotten the chests and just started getting some wood, and we crooked the tree so we could do the string one next here. We need to get 32 string for this one. So string is obtained by infecting leaves with silkworms. Silkworms drop from leaves, and the drop chance is higher when breaking with a crook. So, got myself a tree here planted. Got a couple of these. So we are going to twerk up a little bit here till we get ourselves a tree. And we are going to go ahead and sneak in here and throw one of those in there and let it start doing its thing. I don't want to dig out too far around this right now because I don't have any torches yet. Although now that I've got wood, I could technically make a furnace and start doing some charcoal. That's a good idea. Well, we're just sitting here. Let's make ourselves a furnace. Drop that puppy down. Grab ourselves some wood. We'll do our first couple pieces of charcoal into the actual furnace here, so we can get that going. Now that we've got that in there, use the next couple pieces to make some more torches, and we'll start digging out this area a little more. Alright, so I guess we're going to need a little of this wood here. Oh wow, that did not take any time at all. I'm used to other Skyblock packs where this takes forever. I just did not pay attention. Well, that's definitely nice. On most Skyblocks, that's one of the... I keep comparing it to Skyblock because that's essentially what it is. This is a skyblock, but instead of being in a void where there's no other blocks out there, you are actually under every other block is filled with stone. But other than that, you've still got, you know, the X-Nilo and X-Artis, that kind of stuff. Those mods to help you survive when you don't have things like ores and stuff around. But break this tree down here, plant ourselves a new one. I forgot about that. When you have it infected with silkworms, the leaves will not drop a sapling. Alright, so I still want to make a few more torches here because, as we can see, even this room is not protected by that one little torch. And we don't want any monsters spawning in here with us because we don't have any defenses right now. Okay, so we've got a little wood. Turn that into some planks. Make some sticks. Make some torches from those sticks. Put the rest of that stuff up in there, and now we've got some more torches here. We'll just kind of make sure that this area is nice and well lit. Alright, let's see what we get from this loot chest. Let's see here. 16 glowstone ingots. That's a new one. Never seen a glowstone ingot before. Last night I was getting tons of like rares and ultra rares. I still don't know how to use these charms in mystical agriculture. I should have looked that up before I started streaming today. But I got quite a few rares last night. Or at least what they were saying were rare drops. Okay, so let's look at our next mission. Of course, we're going to move into the sieves, or the sieves. It says, sieves require a mesh. Different resources is obtained by running dirt, gravel, sand, and dust through it with different meshes. So we are going to make an oak mesh, it looks, or an oak sieve. And then it looks like we'll have the different meshes on there. I used up quite a bit of my wood making the torches here. So I'm going to grow another tree real quick. Well, and by real quick I mean evidently not really quick. Come on. Why you no grow? There we go. Ooh, and you're a pretty tall one today. And then I'll be able to work into the tinkers here in just a little bit, and we'll start getting axes and pickaxes that will definitely speed up the process of trying to get these. Wow, I'm sorry for saying so much. I'm still just waking up this morning here. Had to have a little monster in me though. Okay, so we've got some wood to work with. Guess I didn't use as much as I thought I did. Alright, and we were going to make an oak sieve. Alright, let's see here. Nope, that's the heavy. Did I just call it a sieve? Yep, evidently. Okay, so we're just going to need a slab, 2 sticks, and 4 planks. Alright, so, wait, we already have some sticks. And some planks. Not enough planks. Make a little more. I really do love how it shows up on here and it stays in there. It's one of the things I've never liked about the original crafting table, was that if you put stuff in there and then you have to exit out for any reason or accidentally exit out, it just throws it all on the ground in front of you. Alright, so wait, I gotta make the slab first. Alright, so now we can put down the slab. 4 of these, 2 of those, and now we've got the sieve. This is the basis of how we're going to get all of the ore in this mod pack. So we hit claim. And now, of course, we have to make a mesh. It says, see just enough items for which resources this mesh will obtain. So if we look in under mesh, let's see what we've got in here. Alright, so string mesh. It's not actually telling me what it's going to get unless I'm not reading this correctly here. Yeah, it used to have a tooltip over here that would tell us. Okay, alright, well, I guess I'm not really worried about it. Like if we do... Wait, no, we have to look up... like if we look up gravel, I think it's gravel, and then we look in... Well, I thought this was it. Yeah, look up gravel, and then you can go under sieve, and it will show you all of the different things you'll get with the different meshes. Now I got it, alrighty. Okay, so, well, I guess I didn't have to make that charcoal, because I could start sieving some gravel and just get some coal. Oh well, I didn't know. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, I was going to make the mesh. Right. And we'll claim that one. And that opens up a mob farm, which I don't think I'm ready for just this second. Water. Place organic items, leaves, saplings, or food into a wooden crucible and wait for it to turn into water. Craft a bucket with iron from sifting. Okay, so we are going to have to... Well, let's open these up real quick. Mana steel ingots, another rare reward, and mystical fertilizer. Perfect. Okay, throw the string in there, the rest of that. We are going to drop down our sieve over here, and we right click our mesh into there. Now we need, while we were in here, we looked up what gravel could be used for under the sieve. So these are the different types of things that you'll get. So like you'll have a 30% chance per gravel of getting one of these iron ore pieces, 6% for the tin or copper and tin, aluminum, lead, osmium, gets pretty low down there. 10% chance for coal, 13% chance for flint. Of course, as you get better meshes, you'll notice that it still has those, but the chance for those have increased. And then it's added some new items. You know, like when you upgrade to the iron, you've now got the lapis, the diamond, and the emerald on there. And then when you upgrade to a diamond stiffened mesh, it adds on grains of infinity. No idea what that is. But like the difference between the string and the flint stiffened is going to be percentage chances. So you actually have a higher percentage chance of some of these things dropping. So like copper goes from 6% to 10%, and coal went from 10 to 14. Flint went from, 13 to 18. So there's a slight increase in the actual percentage chance that you're going to get a drop, because you're not always guaranteed to get a drop. It just randomly rolls, and you have to hope to get lucky. Alright, so let's hop in here. Where did I have? Ooh, can we get anything from sieving dirt? I didn't need to double click, I don't need to do a search. Let's look up dirt real quick. Alright, we can sieve it. We get grass, potato seeds, carrot seeds, sugar cane seeds, stone pebbles, normal seeds, melon seeds, and pumpkin seeds. Also looks like we can get, if we upgrade to a flint, we can get a different type of sapling and some different types of seeds added in there. And then of course if we have the diamond, we'll start getting the berry bushes. And these are really nice because they actually, like an iron or berry bush, grows nuggets of iron. It's really nice. Anyways, so I think we're going to start off with some, just putting some gravel in there. Did not realize that it was down so low. Let's make a new hammer real quick. Alright. We'll smash up this outer layer here. And convert this to gravel and throw it in that sieve. And I'll end up moving those back here in just a minute. Alright. Now we'll drop these down here. We'll do a couple layers of it. Alright. Now that we got those down, kind of smash our way into here. And head around. And of course now these are all being turned into gravel, because we're using the hammer to change them from stone to cobblestone, and then from cobblestone down to gravel. We are going to actually stop here. So one of the benefits of actually going from the different levels, from, you know, say gravel down to sand, is the items that get dropped in the sieve are actually different than they would normally be if you just left it as gravel. So when we were in gravel, in here, under the sieve, so we were able to get like iron, copper, tin, aluminum, lead, and osmium, and then some flint and coal. But if we were to go instead and break that down farther and turn it into sand and put it through the same sieve, find the sieve on here. So we would now be able to get gold in addition to the iron, the copper, the tin, aluminum, lead. Silver's added in there now, along with nickel and osmium. You can get cactus seeds and cocoa beans. And then if you were to break it down even farther and put it in as dust, then you'd be able to get gold, silver, nickel, and bone meal to start with. As you upgrade your sieve up to an iron mesh, that's when you're going to start getting your redstone and your Certus quartz and stuff like that, which of course is very important for doing almost anything. Anything that's going to require automation and stuff is going to have the need for the redstone. If I can remember, I want to try to keep one of these growing at all time. And I apologize, I do get sidetracked fairly easily sometimes. I'll be like, ooh, look, something pretty. Alright, so you just right click it in there, and then just hold down the right click. At that time we didn't get anything. Oh, we finally got something. And so now what ends up happening is these are just pieces of ore. As you can tell, this silk one isn't very effective. So we're going to want to upgrade from the silk pretty much as soon as we can here. As a matter of fact, what does it take to make a flint mesh? Alright, so a flint stiffened mesh is just string with 4 flint. Let's see here. Just a moment here. Okay. Let's see here. We only have the one piece. So, let's keep going. As soon as I've got 4 pieces, I'm going to make a new mesh. This is the part here that always seems to take so long. Later on, once you start getting like some automated sieves and or even the heavy sieves. So there are heavy versions of the same things, and so once you get a heavy sieve in there, let's see here. So we'll put the flint in a heavy sieve, and you'll be able to use compressed like compressed sand and stuff, and you make that by putting 9 pieces all into one block, and then you can feed it through just all at once, and you'll notice it says like 7 times 9%. So if you hit that 9%, then you'll end up getting 7 of that ore instead of just 1. It's not near as efficient when it comes to the amount of materials that you use, but it is still a lot faster. We'll just feed these through. We've got 3 flint now, hoping for that 4th one here. I'm going to run out of gravel before I get my 4th one. Come on, give me a 4th one. Oh, look at that. Just as we put the last one in, we get a 4th one. Awesome. Okay, so if you shift and then right click on it, you're able to take out your mesh. And we actually want to do... Here, it's a lot easier just to do this. You click on that, and then click on the plus button and it auto-fills it in. Boy, that really is pretty. I've been playing Minecraft since 1.6.4, and these types of animations were never possible back then. And, you know, our crafting tables always just do it on the ground when you tried to walk away. Anyways. So, we've made... evidently that was a quest as well. Alright. Well, we have now run out of our gravel. So we're going to need to get some more gravel in there. So, what I want to do... So, it normally takes 4 pieces of something to make an actual block of it. So, we've actually got enough for 2 iron ore chunks right now. And the benefit with, or not the benefit, but the chunks themselves are then able to be smelted down. So if we use the smelter, like if I had something to grind it with, you could make the pulverized iron or whatever. But right now, we'll just end up feeding them into the smelter, and it'll give us our iron ingots out, which is the base for pretty much everything now. Alright, so I want to expand out these walls, but I hate doing it from the bottom and then trying to go that way. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to come over here, and we're just going to jump up in there. And so I'll actually start harvesting around this way, and then I can drop down a level. As you can see, it starts getting our red X's, which means I'm going to need to throw some more torches up here. Don't want those mobs to spawn. Later on, when I get farther down, it'll be close enough to those other torches down there that I won't need to have those torches up at the top there. Once I get around this top level here, I will go down. Well, I guess I'm going to go down now. Yep. This isn't in peaceful, is it? Because... no, it's in normal difficulty. Just notice that I'm not losing food very fast. I mean, I lost a little bit just now. I guess I haven't really moved. There's not very much room in here to move. So, let's make... I'm actually going to make 2 of them, because this seems like it's going to be one of those things that you're going to need a lot of. So we'll just make a couple of them. Have one set off there, off the side. Okay. Let's just go ahead and smash these up. Get some more gravel here. I've always enjoyed skyblocks, and so I was talking with somebody last night on Twitch, and they had mentioned, since I like skyblock so much, to try this Stoneblock and see how well I liked it. The one thing I never really enjoyed about the Skyblocks is I have a big sense of vertigo, and it always seems to hit me. Like I'll get next to the edge, and it always like really freaks me out. You know, I know in my mind I know it's a video game, but I still have this irrational fear of like falling off the edge. And so like my finger, when I get like within 3 blocks of the edge, just smashes down so hard on that shift key to get you into sneak where you will not fall off the edge. And I know, see, our ore is actually coming in a lot faster than it was before. We're already up to another 12 pieces of that. Let's see if we move this stuff up here a bit. We can actually get all the ores and stuff down here so we can see as they come in. And one of the things that we can do, I don't know what materials, normally you could make like your hammers and stuff out of wood, stone, iron, and then diamond. And so as they upgrade the levels, the hammers don't really change much, except they have more durability and they're faster. And in a game where you can get bored really easily sitting here just feeding tons of stuff into it like that, learning to do stuff faster is much better. Okay, so we've actually got enough for most of our stuff to be upgraded now. Or not upgraded, but turned into chunks. So I'm going to go ahead and grab... I guess that's going to be it. Nope. I got enough for osmium. Although osmium we're not going to be using yet. We can still go ahead and smelt it in. Make these into the chunks, and then I'm going to go ahead and feed those into the furnace. Alright. We're going to go ahead and throw all our charcoal in there since we're going to start getting coal. Alright, so I want to see if we can make an iron hammer. Yes, we can make an iron hammer. Perfect. So we will end up doing that. Once these stone ones... Oh, got us another tree here. So once we've run out of the stone hammers, we should be good enough to start making iron hammers after that point. Nope, it's almost done with that cooking there. This down just for now. Yeah, I mentioned last night I hate the auto jump feature. Actually, I haven't really found anybody that seems to enjoy it, unless they're big into the like overland exploring. But me personally, I don't like the auto jump feature. And it's where you get next to a block and you don't have to jump, it just automatically moves you up to the top of that next block. Because I like to just, like right now, push forward and hold down. And this way I'm not having to constantly stop and re-look at the block next to me because I jumped up on it, or do it from a little ways away. This way I can just press forward and go. Alright, we should be able to throw in something else into here now. Throw in the copper. Acquired hardware. Let's see here. What were we working towards? Oh, we finished the mesh. So it looks like we can actually upgrade to an iron mesh. We've got 7, which should be enough. If it follows the same pattern that the flint mesh did, it'll only need 4 of those, which will still leave us enough for a new hammer too. So let's check that out here. Mesh. Iron mesh, yes. So that's what it's going to take. Perfect. Alright. So, that's still burning. Throw the aluminum in. Doesn't take long. Throw in the osmium there. Is it going to finish before it tries to use another one? Nope. Alright, so we're going to take that out. I don't want to waste that just on an osmium that I'm not going to be able to use right now anyway. Alright, so we got aluminum and copper. Alright, I want to go ahead and make an iron mesh because under the mesh, well, I love it, it's only showing the heavy sieve up here instead of just the normal sieve. But I know they can go in the normal one because the flint's doing the same thing. Let's see here. The string's also doing the same thing. So it's just not showing it in the JEI. But actually, I think I may want to go ahead and do that. End up upgrading it up to just doing compressed here. And burn through these stone things. So you'll be able to make, they do have the, before I do that, do they have the compressed hammers? They do. Okay, so you can, in addition to being able to put 9 blocks together, so like I could take 9 cobblestone and put them all together and make one compressed cobblestone. You can do the same thing for your hammers. So like if you have 9 cobblestone, instead of breaking 9 blocks with a normal hammer, you can combine them together to make a compressed cobblestone. And then once you've got the compressed cobblestone, you can make a compressed hammer, which is 9 hammers put together. And then you can use that compressed hammer to break the compressed cobblestone, and you get the drops as if you had broken all 9 of those blocks by hand. And so that is something we want to go towards, because again, that's a big time saver. Alright, I gotta go around 2 times. Where now I'm just kind of trying to use up these last 2 hammers here. Then we will switch to using the... I took out my torch. That's because they were resting on the wall here. Yep. That'll teach me not to pay attention. That's right, it's only one block in there, so monsters can't spawn in there. Okay, so now that I've taken out all of my torches, let's go and put them back in. I also don't need these here anymore, so I can pick these up. Alright. Drop in the cobblestone, throw the planks back in there. Don't need those extra torches. Let's see what we got from the loot chest. Some epic bacon. Well, we now have some food. I guess I had an apple in there. But now we have some food in case I start getting hungry. What was I going to do? Right, iron mesh. We were going to do an iron mesh, and then we were going to look about alright, so see, now we're going to start getting into the yellurium dust, ancient spores. We'll have the chance for gold and silver. And that's all from the sand. We'll be able to get lapis, diamond, osmium, or not osmium, emeralds. And then from dust, we'll have the chance for sorry about that. Alright, so now that we've got the iron mesh and evidently completed another quest, let's give this a check here. Alright, so we need to take out the flint mesh, and then I want to drop in the iron mesh here. So we'll have a greater chance of things dropping now. And right, I wanted to do a compressed hammer, so let's find all of my cobblestone in here. I'm going to start working with that here. Alright, so that means I'm going to need, besides this one over here, you can't use ones that are damaged, which is what the little meter is at the bottom there. You can't use any of those for crafting. So we need 9 new hammers, none of them with any damage on them, so we're going to need to have 18 of these. And now we should be able to do, alright, click on stone hammer, compressed, click on that, make those, click back up in here. See, it tried to add the one that was damaged for some reason, and it wouldn't let it make it. So now that we've got that, if we take the cobblestone and I forgot this has got that new interface, if we just throw all of the cobblestone up here and click on balance grid, it will try to even them all out as good as possible there. So now if we take it, we can convert all of those into compressed, and now if we put those down, you can also see it's got a little different look to it. When you do the compressed, you can actually take 9 of the compressed and double compress them, so it'll actually have 81 blocks of cobblestone in there, and you'll notice each one keeps getting darker and darker, so you can get all the way up to an octuple compressed cobblestone. It's got over 43 million blocks of cobblestone in it, and it's almost pure black. And so it's just another way that you can use stuff to decorate with. Alright, so now that I've got those, now when I break those, it'll actually drop 9 of the next thing down. So now, each time I'm doing this, I'm getting 9 gravel, instead of it having to break each of those 9 separately. Alright, so this will help us fly through here. I think now that we're doing this, and we're starting to get more like gravel, instead of sitting here for like 3 or 4 stacks of gravel, doing them one at a time, we've got enough to go ahead and make a heavy sieve, as long as the recipe isn't too difficult here. Let's check it out. Alright, so the heavy, oh, that's not bad at all. Okay, so we needed 5 logs and 2 sticks. Okay, that's really easy. But as I said, it will be not as efficient, because instead of getting 9 drops, we'll only be getting the possibility for 7. Alright, so I'm going to take out the mesh, and we're going to pull up our old one. I'm going to take our heavy one here, and you know what, I might as well move this back. I'm eventually going to get a pickaxe, so I can move those other 2 things back. Actually, they require... If this ends up destroying it, I'm only out. Yeah, see, it just destroyed it, which is fine. I just want to move them back. Okay, so I'm going to take the crafting grid, shove it there, and oh, I used most of my stuff. Well, I'll make another one of those here in a minute. It's not necessary for what I'm trying to do right this second. Alright, so we've got our iron stiffened mesh in the heavy oak sieve now. So now we need to actually turn this gravel into compressed gravel to feed it through there. So, let's see if I can find the recipe here real quick. Alright, so, oh, it's too large for that. I gotta do it in here. Alright. So then I can just click, and now I've got 23 compressed gravel that I can feed through there. So this will take a lot less time, and you'll notice that we're getting a chance for a lot more stuff is actually popping up. And that's because we're getting 7 times the chances for 9 times the material. See, now we're getting quite a bit of material. Alright, so we got those all broken now. As you can see, we got a lot of stuff. So if we do this, quick so I have all of them. And I don't need to be in that crafting grid. Just do this in the normal area because it's just a 2x2. And last bit of iron. Oh, there were more. I saw them hiding out in the bottom. Okay, so now we're going to throw these in there. We're starting to get a lot more coal, which is going to be good because that's one of those things that we'll use for a lot of stuff. Furnaces. We don't need our sieve in our hand anymore. We'll use the coal in the furnaces, also for making new torches. Torches are very important, so you don't have to worry about monsters spawning. Alright, so I've actually got to go and do a little more breaking here so I can get some more cobble to make another furnace. Wish I knew how to use those charms. Charm said it changed the axe, or the pickaxe, or what did it say? It says increases your tool's mining radius to a 3x3. Applicable to shovels, axes, pickaxes. See, and that would be really nice because I could put it on a pickaxe and mine a 3x3 area. So I would, in one swing, I would knock out 9 stone at a time, which would greatly increase our mining rate and our gathering rate for stone. Alright, so I just see something here. Alright. Let's make us another forge. Except this time we're going to drop it behind. We're going to actually go up a couple blocks. And I'm going to move these back here too. Might as well do it the second, so I don't have to do it again here in just a moment when I want to expand the walls out again. I'll move the chest here in a minute because I'm actually going to build another one. Alright. So now that we've got that, why did I put that there? Let's stick it over here. Alright, so I'm going to move these down so I can go ahead and transfer the stuff from one chest to the other. Alrighty. most of the stuff put back up in a chest here. A lot of the stuff we don't actually need in our hands. Alright, now that this chest is empty, I'm going to take this and move this over on top of the other one. Perfect. Now we've got a lot more storage area. I wonder, it says that it can be used for pickaxes. I wonder if it's just something that you can put in a crafting grid with it. Oh, that's not a pickaxe. I'm starting to make a hammer there. You know what? Let's look this up real quick. I don't want to waste it, because if... Alright, so this is mystical agriculture. Let me check this out here real quick. Alright, it's saying that you can actually find the information in JEI about it. Let's see here. Well, that didn't help. That's not what I'm looking for either. Evidently we can't do that to just a normal pickaxe. Or at least not that I know. If any of you guys know, just let me know. And then I'll know. You know? Okay, so... right. Furnace. I'm just going to start smelting the stuff. While that's going, let's see here, where's my iron? Right there. While that's going, I'm going to go start digging out another area here. Technically don't need the crook for now. We're not dealing with the trees. I'm surprised it hasn't grown yet. Seems to be taking quite a while now. Alright, so let's just start over here since I already poked a hole in the wall here. Oh, that didn't last long. Alright, so I wanted to make a an iron one. So I have iron in here. So we'll make an iron hammer so we'll be able to gather faster here. Alright, that's still going. I'm going to need my torches back because I'm going up top. Quite a bit faster. Well, I guess I'm going a little farther out than I'd planned. I mean, eventually it's going to have to get pretty big because you can't fit everything into one chunk. Well, technically you can. I've done one chunk challenges before. Yeah, the one chunk challenge is always really fun. And just because of the way Minecraft loads and runs the different chunks, putting everything into one chunk means that everything is always loaded all the time. And it doesn't run slower. And especially in Skyblocks, I have done the one chunk challenge just because you can build however you want on the Skyblock. And I will build a tower. We're going to need some more of these. We're starting to get out to where it... let's grab 2 of these and make some more torches. That'll give us another 8 torches here. Now it looks like we need them in the middle and in the corners. The one chunk challenge is always really fun because you end up building these like immense, like 5 or 6 story tall towers, you know, and you'll have one area that's like 15 blocks high, so you can use that for growing your trees and stuff in. Alright, let's drop down these. Let's see here, there's the center. Not at the edge yet. There's where it goes. Yeah, see the iron hammer here is lasting quite a bit longer. We've already got 3 stacks of ore, or cobblestone. And we're getting it faster, which means when we get into when we get ready to smash it down, we can turn it all into the compressed, smash it, and sieve it a lot faster. Looks like that furnace is done over there. I should drop down there and put in the next after, of course, I do that. So now that area up top is all torched in. Throw in some copper. And we are doing good. We're almost at 4 stacks now. And our iron is not even down to half yet, it looks like. We are almost at 1 chunk. Maybe I'll do a 1 chunk challenge this time. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I do a 1 chunk challenge? Try to build just vertically and keep it all in 1 chunk? kind of interesting that I spawned in. All the digging I've been doing up to this point has all been in one chunk. That's like never happened to me before. Normally when I spawn in, I'm like in like 4 chunks. Alright, looks like the copper is done smelting. Let's throw in the tin. I'm going to put the osmium up here in the chest. Move all of our gathered ores and stuff up into here. Alright, so while that's smelting, we should actually see what my next quest is, instead of just sitting here digging everything out. Alright. We could get into the Tinkers. Ooh. I like what they did with the pattern chest. And they have a parts chest now, too. I guess before it was just, they called it a pattern chest and it stood for patterns and parts. That's pretty cool. It's now got a whole bunch of them on there. Or a whole bunch. 2. Alright. And that was the last of that in there. Grab this coal. Put in a 1/4 stack of that in here. I wanted to put the aluminum in there. Or, I mean, the osmium. The others I still wanted to go ahead and smelt. Alright, so we'll throw in the lead. And now that we're starting to get some ores, making a smeltery is not a bad idea. Which, of course, is also Tinker's Construct. So, I think it is time to move in the direction of the smeltery. I think I'm going to need water, though. I've got the iron for a bucket now. But I'm going to need water, I think, because... how do we get clay in this one? Before I just start guessing, I should use this as it's intended. Alright, so we need 4 clay balls to make it. Ooh, wait. I remember a barrel. Was it a barrel? What are those? Laying chickens? You have... okay, that's pretty funny. Evidently somebody took the fluid cows and made chickens. Alright, there used to be a... okay, there's a lot of stuff in here for chickens. I've never seen anything done with chickens before. It'd be kind of interesting to see what's going on with the whole chicken thing. Alright, that's done. Throw in the alumina, which is the last thing to get smelted here. Iron, we've got our copper up here. Tin. We don't have any osmium smelted yet. Alrighty, so right. I was going to move into Tinker's Construct. A growth crystal. Works on a 9x9 farm. Checks up to 2 blocks away, up or down. Well, that is pretty cool. So it says checks up to 2 blocks up or down. So I should be able to plant that underneath the dirt or whatever we use for, I'm assuming it's going to be dirt. We'll just throw that in our chest for now, because I don't have a farm going, although I'm starting to lose food, so I may need to get a farm going. I mean, I do have that epic bacon. Actually took a while for that tree to grow. What was that? Plump peach? And plump pears? Well, alrighty then. Do they have... Can we use these to grow trees with? Nope. Alright, it's not like with Pam's Harvest Craft then, which was another fun mod. Alright, throw the saplings up there, throw the wood up there. Don't need to hold a stick in my hand. Okay, right. I told you guys I get sidetracked real easy sometimes, especially when I just start rambling on and chatting. Okay, so we wanted to do the tinker stuff. So we're going to need the 3 tables. There used to be 4 tables. I wonder where the 4th table is. Oh, it was just a crafting bench. Or crafting station, I think they called it. Maybe they disabled that in this pack then. Okay, so let's grab our wood back out. Planks. Slabs. Some oak. Let's see what we need in here. Alright, usually the tables are up front. Evidently not. Okay, they're all the way at the back. Oh, they've still got a crafting station in here. It just wasn't needed for this mission. Okay, so the patterns. Okay, the patterns are still made the way they used to be. I'm gonna convert like 4 of these into this. I'm gonna make some more sticks. This will make 12 patterns when we get done here. Alright, so I know that a pattern on top of that makes a stencil table. And then a pattern on top of a log makes the part table. And then fairly certain it was a pattern on top of a chest beforehand, but they've changed it to a really nice looking chest. Okay, so now it's a chest, 2 sticks, and a plank. Alright, so let's make a chest. Is the other table going to require that as well? There was the part chest, and then there was another type of chest. Could have sworn there were 2 chests that I needed to make here. We've got the part chest there. Well, I guess we will just pull up the quest again. So pattern chest and part chest. Okay. So I did not see a pattern chest in there. Well, it was evidently in there. Alright, so we are going to need 2 chests. Or I guess we could just do planks around the... And we'll just make 2 chests. Alright, so now make that, and then the other one was a parts chest. come in here and pop out a parts chest. It's kind of cool that they've got them separated now. So that should have completed this. Oh, no, I did not make a tool station. Tool station, if I'm not mistaken, is a crafting table turned into a crafting station with a pattern on top of it. Alright. Now we've completed our tinker thing here. Perfect. So, let's see what we get from our loot chest on it. It also gave us the materials and you book, which allows us to see all of the different things you can actually get. Because depending upon what you end up making your tools out of, it actually changes like the bonuses of them. It gives them different durabilities, different mining levels. So some of them aren't hard enough to get some things. And then you've got like special abilities. Like this one is lightweight, so it increases the overall speed of the tool when mining and attacking. You know, and so it just really depends upon what you do. Like some of them will add in like spiky. If you make weapons out of that, you can make like a shield, a cactus shield, and then block with it, and the enemy will take damage when they hit you while you're blocking. So that book is very handy, especially when it comes to doing the modifiers on your tools later on. Let's see what we get from the chest here. Oh, won't be using this for a while, but that's pretty cool. Long range viaducts. I don't know what a long range viaduct is, but okay. All right, we're getting ready to expand out 2 spaces here. So I actually think I may want to just dig out this area back here, 2 spaces. So I don't have to move these things again in just a moment.